And we are back on the WHHI-TV Daily News. Joining me now is Alex Brown, and he is, of course, a town councilman. And we are so glad to see you, as always.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we have lots to talk about today. You have a community conversation coming up next Friday, the 22nd.
Yeah.
At Jarvis Creek General Store, which I think is such a cool place. I haven't actually been there, but I've driven by it so many times, and I really want to stop by.
There's always a nice crowd there.
Yeah.
You know, the weather's breaking. It's a little bit warmer now, so
Right.
we're going to resume our community conversation. So this will be the first one this year. We're excited about it.
Yeah. And so what are we talking about?
Well, I'm going to have the community development team from the town of Hilton Head join me, and we're going to talk about district planning. Okay, we've got two of the districts done, the Marshes District and also Mid-Island District. The Marshes District does include sort of the Jarvis Creek, Jonesville area.
Okay.
Just want to, get people to understand that we are moving this process along, okay?
Right.
And once we're done with the districts throughout the island, then we're doing the real work, which is overhauling our land management ordinance, which is desperately needed.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, as you said, we have to get through all of those districts, and
Sure.
then we can have that really in-depth conversation about the land ordinance.
Absolutely.
And what does that entail?
Yeah, whoa, that's a...
What doesn't it entail?
That's
right?
a big question. Yeah, well, Hilton Head, having a character, okay, that we have protected for so long, okay. The only way that you can do that when it comes to development on Hilton Head is through the land management ordinance, okay.
Right.
And now that we're so close to being built out, we've got to be very intentional about not overdeveloping and make sure the development that does come is the right type of development that we need for future stay here on Hilton Head.
Yeah. So people really need to come out and have that conversation with you, because I think there's a lot of opinions on that.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
And then
welcome opinions, by the way. Yeah,
yes, for sure. Yeah, it's an open conversation. And then we can't go by without talking about this weekend, because that's the St. Patrick's Day Parade, of course, one of the biggest events of the year on the island.
Yes, with a new start time this year.
New start time,
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Make sure you write that down.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the parade this year.
Well, I'm excited about it. It's always a big event here on Hilton Head. You get to ride in a convertible and wave at people, which is, but no, it's a good time. Lots of folks on Hilton Head are going to be there. Whenever we have that type of community event where folks are showing up and celebrating, a tradition, I think is important here on this island.
Absolutely, and again, it is one of the biggest events of the year, and we are, of course, hoping for sunny skies.
That's right. We'll keep praying for it.
We'll keep praying for that. And then right on the tail of that is the next town council meeting. Yes,
in town council on next week, Tuesday. The big agenda item there is going to be a budget amendment that we're going to have to vote on. It's encompassing a few things. The hot topics within that budget amendment are going to be us potentially giving some money to two housing entities, Habitat for Humanity and Coastal Community Development Corporation.
Right.
And the other piece that's huge as well, but not as controversial, is we've got a home safety and repair program that the town has implemented through some ARPA funds that came down from the federal government. So we've got a long list of people that need repairs on their homes.
Sure.
So we're going to be offering up some more funding to take care of that as well.
Okay. Well, then we have only a few seconds left, but as you mentioned, the hot topic has been workforce housing for such a long time.
Sure.
So I think it's really interesting that the conversation's moving forward with these two nonprofits.
Absolutely.
So if you have an opinion on that, you need to go to this council meeting as well,
Absolutely.
right?
That's right. Yep.
Well, thank you, Alex, for being here. It's always great to get an update from you on the town. We appreciate it so much.
Good to see you.
And make sure you are checking out his community conversation on March 22nd. And we'll be back in just a moment.